Sunny with Mountain Fitness, and today I have a resistance, abs, and leg workout for you. You will need resistance bands. If you don't have any, that's okay. You can do it without and just work against yourself. Your warm-up is included, but there is no cool down, so please get one of those in. If you haven't, hit that like and that subscribe button right now. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Patreon. Let's get into it. All right, we are going to start off with a seated overhead reach plus a side bend. Just come up overhead and reach off to one side and then the other. Next up, we have a seated twist. So right here, we're just going to come and twist for a couple of seconds. Twist the other way. Just a couple seconds in each side. You don't want to stretch longer than that because we are warming up. Next up, we have a seated opposite toe touch. So right here, bring out your feet, and we're just going to come up and touch a toe. Up and touch a toe. I did forget to mention that this entire workout is floor work, so you may want a mat if you don't have a soft surface to lie on. Next up, we have Pilates Leg Holds. So you're going to come down to the mat. You're going to bring one leg up and hold, and then switch them out. Just a couple of seconds. You can keep your head up like this to make it harder, or you can keep that head down. It's up to you. Next up, we have a knee plus an extension. On that left side, so on that forearm, you can come bring in a knee and an extension. Knee and extend. Next, we're just going to switch, and then we'll get into our circuit. Switch to that right side. Make sure you're breathing. That is it for our warm-up. If you need a little extra, you can always do that over again. But grab your resistance bands if you've got them. And we're going to get into our first circuit. We're going to get into our first circuit. So grab those resistance bands. You may find that during the exercises, you may need a little less resistance. You may need a little more. So just change throughout each exercise for whatever you need. If you have to change, midway through, that's fine. Just take it at your own pace. Each exercise we're going to do 10 times. So our first exercise is a seated extension plus a leg drop. I have my feet in the hoops of my resistance bands for good reason. I tried another way just a little bit ago and hit myself in the face. Luckily it wasn't hard. So we're going to sit up nice and tall here, and you're going to come leg back. We're going to bring up those feet. And then we're going to bring them back down and come back up. It does seem it's a little weird, it's a little awkward, but just do the best you can. Take it nice and slow. Even if you have to break it apart, that's fine. Try and keep that back on that mat. If you have to use a little bit of momentum, that's okay too. Whatever helps. You may want some motivating music on. Oops, I started early. I believe we have one more, I think. If you need to use the momentum of the motion the entire time, that's okay too. There's not really a modification for that exercise. Unless you kind of break it apart, you can do one leg at a time, but there's really not too much of a modification. So our next one is a seated twist. So I'm going to bring my resistance band to my feet again. I'm going to cross spine, and we're going to come and just do that twist on the left. So we're going to come and pull back. Just on that left side, just a nice twist. Depending on your resistance, it might not be a huge range of motion at all, which is okay. As long as you keep your core engaged the entire time, you're going to feel it. All right, that's our 10. So now I'm going to do the same thing on our right side this time. Two more. All right, next up we have an ab press. So we're going to take those feet, same as before, and you're going to bring them in and press out, in and out. Keep that core tight. Make sure you're breathing. There's our 10. Next up we have a bear plus a leg extension. Alright, so for that next exercise we have a bear plus an extension. So you're going to keep it around those feet. We're going to come up in our bear position, and you're just going to kick back that foot. Kick back your other foot. Keep that core engaged. Make sure you keep your back neutral and just step back as far as you can. As far as that resistance band will let you. Next up we have sit backs. So when I put my resistance bands over my feet and hope that they stay. So you're going to sit up nice and tall, core engaged, flat back. And you're just going to come sit back as far as you can and bring yourself up. If you need more of the support for this, you can spread your legs a little wider. Makes it a little bit easier. Up to you. Make sure when you're sitting back, that back stays neutral. You don't want any rounding in your back. All right, next up we have a bird dog on our left. We're gonna stick to that left side. Let me switch around. Since we're gonna stick to that left side, I'll put it in my left hand, but over my left foot or my right foot. So we're going to get in that position, that tabletop position, and extend out our left arm, and our right leg, and bring it back in, and extend. Four more on our left side. All right, there's our 10. Now we're going to switch to that right side. So I'm going to put it in my left foot and right hand. And not lose balance. One more. If you want to, you can break this apart. Forgot to say that. You can stretch out that leg, bring it in, stretch out that arm. And just break it apart like we usually would. All right, that is it for our resistance abs and legs workout. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know in the comments below. You can also do this all over again if you have more time. I just wanted to show you the exercises, but if you have more time, you can do it a few times through or add it onto the end of, a strength abs day or a strength legs day if you want a little bit of extra work, and especially because resistance bands help a lot with toning our muscles. So it's really important work. Also, if you're finished, make sure you get in a cool down. Drink lots of water. I definitely need some. Again, I really hope that you enjoyed this. Tell a friend, tell a family member. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Patreon. Make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button. Thank you for working out with me, and I hope that you come back to work out with me again tomorrow.